I discovered that I had cancer in 2004. I was having a good deal of pain in my leg and limping for about a period of 6 months. My oncologist pretty well explained how deadly renal cell cancer is. In fact, I also had metastasis in both lungs.
My job when Bob was diagnosed, I felt, was to take care of him, but in that, to solve the problem. Bob's job was to be the patient. That's hard enough, to be sick and to be dealing with all of this. And my job was to coordinate and to be the project manager. I arranged the appointments and made sure we were on track, and I did all the research too. I mean, we were a team. We went in, we did it as a team. So we started out with a folder, and the folder became a binder, and the binder became a box, and it went everywhere with us. And all the research too. That was surprising, that I was bringing up clinical trials or treatment options to doctors to discuss with them instead of them coming to me with that. And I was the one that brought up Proleukin over and over again. I wanted to know that we had done everything we could to make sure that Bob continued to live. So those were our three options: another clinical trial, Proleukin, or enjoy life while you have it. I kept going back to the fact that this was a proven treatment, and while it had, a lower response rate, it had a response rate. It had data behind it. There were people who had taken it at that point that I knew of that had taken it 17 or 18 years ago and were still alive.
I pretty much experienced all the common side effects. I had the rigors or shakes that a lot of people have. I had that fairly severely, and with almost most of the doses. Certainly I was getting sick. I had diarrhea. I had pain in a lot of joints, especially from previous carpal tunnel, itchiness and skin peeling and kind of mental fogginess, but it got better every day.
And if it doesn't work, you'll know quick, and then you can move on. But if it does work, it's still working. So that's why we kept bringing it up to the doctors again and again. I wanted to hear from those that had attempted a treatment with Proleukin and it didn't work. I wanted to hear what they had to say. And every single one of them actually said, you know what, I wouldn't have forgiven myself if I didn't give it a shot.
After I did a round, which was a week on, a week off, and a week on, and then after a week, I went back to work.
Side effects are bad, no doubt, but it's over. He went a week out of the hospital, he was back at work. And would work for 5 weeks and then get scans, and we'd go in and do it again.
But we had excellent care in the hospital. The nurses were just absolutely fantastic, and I never felt like I was doing it on my own.
It worked not right away, a little bit at a time. From the time that you finished treatment in April of '06, he was not pronounced, no evidence of disease until 11 months later. So little bit by little bit by little bit, it continued to work. Positive attitude. Bob kept saying it's going to be okay. Whatever happens, it's going to be okay. It's way more than okay.
It's now been 3.5 years since I've been declared no evidence of disease. So it's not a worry. I think life has very much gone back to normal.
And I'm sad because I'm afraid that there are folks out there who just weren't persistent. They didn't take that one more step that we did. And there are folks out there that could have been treated and gotten the kind of response that Bob did. And they're not here anymore. I don't want one person to get this close to getting Proleukin and giving up. Because we came that close and didn't give up.
Any other option really didn't give you much promise.